Yes, party people. What we saying? Who we got then? London. Yes, bro. Decipher. What we saying, mate? Cosmos. New follower. Straight in. Who else we got? Ethel. David Bradley. Welcome in, bro. Good to see you, mate. Your tune went down a treat last week. Oh, well, the other week. Mr. Anchovy. Yes, yes. We got your tune as well today. So we got Closing Book. That's the new follower. Welcome in. Who else we got? Empty. Yes, yes. Amiga Point. Yes, yes. We're all here then, ain't we? Right. Party people. Party people. What we saying? Right, we've got some absolute smashers, pure bangers and mash up inside. So I was just reading that from London there, because I know the Jungle War, dubplate wars are on again, which is great. I had a good chat with Busy Bee himself the other week, last week it was. Anyway, so we're going to be using this today, people, for checking all the stuff, this analyzer here. Mate, I tell you, I wish I found this sooner. It's absolutely wicked. It's called Minimeters, and you get the spectroscope on the side. You get like the, whatever you want to call it, thing here, which is showing you the width. And then you've got the, like a waveform. So if you're used to CDJs or using digital, you know, malarkey, you'll be right at home with this. Check the meter. Yeah, Moisin does use this. He told me about this ages ago, and I was a bit like, nah, mate, because it didn't look like this. I think obviously since he's used it, or shown me it, it looks a bit different. And also you have the, you know, the analyzer as well. I've got span above this. We don't really need span in this session, but it's there for those that are used to looking at span. As you can see, it's pretty much the same, and it just means, yeah, it's big. And you got a little lufs meter in there as well, and you got this settings window. You can honestly, and you know what the best part of it is? It's like £10. It's £10. That's it. It's like $12, £10. You know what I know, mate. Check me out. I'm just here, look. Oh god, I went that small then I disappeared. Right, people, let's just fucking just go straight into this, you know what I mean? I was just sort of hanging around waiting for, okay, so the guy that I was just about to say I'm playing his tune, but I'm waiting for him to come in. He's put locked in, but can't comment. Raw 1210, welcome in, bro. Hope you're good, mate. Ethel, David Bradley, Cosmo, yeah, we're all here. So, Cynical Gene, I'm sorry, bro, if you can't somehow come in and chat. Everyone else seems to be chatting. I'll blame yourself. Anyway, this is a tune by Cynical Gene, and it's called Menace Fret. So let's check this out, people. You're loving a bit of pitchy, are you, mate? A bit of pitchy. SRS. I see that you've just joined my DJ. Oi, oi. Yeah, big ups, man. Big ups the Juice crew inside. That's how we do it. Okay. Okie dokie, party people, first tune, first blitz inside the place. What we saying? It got a bit of love, you know, still. Some people saying it was sick. I could see people putting the like pure pressure on the emojis there. So yeah, got a nice bit of love for that one. Cynical. Sick, yeah, so sick tune, the fuzzy bass. I think it was quite nice. Nice roll. Like, to be fair, mate, the percussion was really nice, you know, nice and sharp. It came in quite nice. You noticed that I had to boost it with a limiter to bring it up. It sat at around -5 lufs, very comfortable. It weren't breaking up, it didn't sound harsh, so the mix is doing something good because it managed to get to -5 quite easily. The only thing that I felt it needed was a boost at around 40-50 hertz just to add some of that weight. And then in the percussion, you know, you can see here it's like a dB or two, nothing much, but just to sort of have a, you know, to hear it with this dialed in, and that was about -2 at around 5-6k. But you can see this quite wide, it's quite broad, so that would be mainly coming from the drums, like the percussion side of things. So if we just solo that, so it's more this, you can see here, look, the 6k is the culprit, but yeah, you need this weight in it, bro. You need to get some more weight in it, and just make it feel like it hugs the tune. Look at it on the analyzer here. You know, the lows are averaging the highs now. Now that we've just done this boost and a cut, look how it balances itself out. The bass is around 200 hertz. This there, so about 220. That's sitting around where the snare is, so maybe try and get a little bit of side chaining from the snare to that bass, because when you look at this on the analyzer, you can see that it takes over. And what I mean by take over is that the level of the bass overtakes the fundamental of the kick and the sub, and really that should lead all the way. Look, so you see how it's taking over there, especially there with that weird boulder noise. But again, these are just minor things. Level, that's all it is just level, bit of consistency, and that is it, mate. So Cynical G, mate, that is wicked. He actually sent me 4 tunes, so got a lot of stuff to get through for him in the coming weeks. We'll move on to the next tune. So as we move to the next one, we have DJ Ride inside, and I believe he's in the chat. So let's do this. And big up Doms, welcome in, bro. Right, party people, trust me, some energetic business. Oh my days, mate, that is pure hyped. I know Soul Rebel Sounds is going to be just running out right now purchasing that one. Trust me. Oh mate, honestly, all the jump up heads inside, that is just pure pressure. So this, I mean, although the tune's sick and it's like a real good tune for double dropping, it's one of them. It's cool. There's not a lot really you can say about it other than tonal wise. I was pushing out the fundamental of the snare. I just wanted more of that snare to be punishing like a nub. It's like douche. That's what we want, the douche from the snare. Look. So basically what's happening is the snare and the kick, obviously they're all sitting together, and then you've got that main bass where the snare is, which is cool. So this is just like one or two suggestions, and I'm not saying you have to do them, I'm just saying they're suggestions. So possibly make the kick or the snare slightly further up the scale, so it's away from the bass, because it's an energetic tune, like it's high, you know what I mean? So you want the kick and snare to be pitched up, because you get that sensation and that perception that it's fast, you know what I mean? It's upbeat. So if the snare, say like for example your bass, right, is in D1 and you want your kick to be like D2, and then the snare will be D3, so they're like octaves apart from one another, and then that way they won't all be sitting around this 200 area, because you got your kick, you got the snare, you've got the bass all sitting around here. It'd be nice if the snare was like that Nero style snare where it's much further up the spectrum, it's like really high. Again, it's just a suggestion. Otherwise what you could do is a little bit of side chaining from the snare yet again on the bass, because the kick's there, the kick's sounding great, but if you put the snare in there, the snare's going to cut through much nicer, like it'll just carve its own way through. Other than that, I can hear the tune sort of struggling a little bit in movement. Like I can see by the waveform it is quite loud. You was hitting some really high numbers, which is great, because it shows that the mix can take it. So if you're looking at the loudness of it, and it's hitting high numbers of -6, -5 lufs, it means the mix is doing well. But in this case, the sub was a bit too loud. So if the sub was backed off a bit, but you left the settings how they were, you could possibly get another dB out of it. As I say, looking at it on the analyzer, you can see that the sub is way above the average, as in averaging the highs. So, and we have another follower, some Zaki potato business. Welcome in, man. Welcome in. Check it. So look at it. And that's with the sub turned down. Here, look. You know, if we're looking at it on millimeters here, your sub is right on the line, which is great. You know, it's absolutely brilliant. But look at the highs, man. Like they're falling right behind. So let's just look at where the sub is actually hitting on here. So yeah, you're hitting like -27, and we're just using this as a number, not saying it has to be, but we're just saying your sub's hitting -20, 26, 25, sorry, and then your hats or high end of the tune is like -31. So you can see already there's a big difference. And again, we do want that sub to lead. You know, it's okay to have it leading that little bit, but if I was to just get a tilt EQ, like a style so it tilts the EQ, it would just balance it out. But you can just see, like, as it hits like that 80 hertz and goes back down to 40 hertz, try and get that consistent, you know what I mean? Like by using hard, you know, heavy compression, limiting on the buses of the basses and stuff like that. So, but otherwise, mate, I think it's an absolute winner. It's a chicken dinner right there. So what are you lot saying, my party people? Oh God, I've just moved the chat. So how much for a session? It depends really on how many stems your track has. So there is like a set price from 16 stems onwards. You get like 2 hours. If it's any more than 20, then it's like 2.5 hours. So what else are we saying? London, Doms, welcome in. It was good to see you guys on Saturday. Yeah, fucking hell, this is it, mate. We all got together finally on Jungle Rhythm's event, and yeah, it was really nice to just put the name to the face, you know what I mean, and just to fucking just chill, play a little tune, you know what I mean. So I'm just just flicking through some of the comments. Big in the game, big in the game. But listen, as for the one-to-ones and stuff like that, just hit me up like on Discord or, you know, email, whatever. If you're not part of the Discord group, there it is. Just jump online, jump in there, and, you know, we can chat. Big. Right then. So Zuki Patio, or he's either Polish or Spanish, one of the two. But welcome in, nonetheless. Who else we got? Woolies. God, we've got quite a few people jumping in the stream. Right, as we move. I believe this is Wenlock. I'm not too sure, but I think it is. The track title is called CBAJTT Push. So whether that means anything to anybody, you know what I mean? Papa G, man like Papa G. I got your headphones, bro. They're here, mate. Jungle Rhythms dropped them off, so we'll sort that out. Anyway, next tune.
Run the track! Run the track!
Some of that breaks. Oi, oi. Oh, that synth right there sounds like the one from The Pulse on is it The Pulse? Yeah, that's synth. Yes, Mr. Anchovy. Imagine that, Cubasis on the Atari. Check the T, check the hoodie, mate. There you go, mate. It says it all, doesn't it? Look, the Atari. So, I think this tune was wicked. Absolutely wicked. Solid. Yeah, so the EQ, as you can see on the EQ, I've made a massive dip in the lower mids of like 200 hertz. So big ups, Crispy Online. Welcome in, man. Thank you for the follow. We're getting there, people. We are getting there. DJ G. Welcome in, my DJ. We're nearly there, people. Road to 500. We're nearly there. So, as we're saying, so here's Crispy Online. Mate, there's only a couple of apostrophe thing, so there's only a couple there, mate. There is some. If you do apostrophe commands, you'll see there's some. Anyway, so I made a massive cut in the lower mids because I just feel like in the drums they felt a bit hard. You know what I mean? That's why I made that dip there. And then the hats as well. There was a lot of like sharp bass transients in the hats. So again, a 2 dB cut there. And if we just come back to this a minute, you'll hear, look. It's all that. It's a part of the bass. It's a part of that low part of the aim. And I feel like the tune's great. I think the drums need the work. That's all it is. Like, everything's there. You know what I mean? Everything's there. Everything's working nicely. I just feel like the top end of the Amen, this very fast, very sharp, and just try and scoop out some of those lower mids in the bass and that, so it feels more warmer, you know, because essentially that's what this is really. It needs to be warm. It could go a lot louder. I mean, it's only hitting like -10. So if we was to go louder, then, you know, I think we're going to start running into problems, a bit of breakup and stuff like that. But, bro, as always, thank you for, you know, submitting the tune. I think it's great. It's, as I say, just go over the notes on what everybody was saying, because you got a lot of love for that still. It's really, really good, mate. So as we move and groove, we're going to the one like David Bradley, Inside the Ride. And if you was here 2 weeks ago, we played his tune and it was absolutely wicked. Honestly, it was that. I don't know if we even got a rewind on it, but it was wicked as that really dreamy sort of jungle style tune. The intro was beautiful, very, very nice. So this is another tune by him. Let's see if you can win him over again, my DJ. There you are. Big ups, big ups, big ups. And Scotty Ups, you there, mate? I didn't see that you was there, my DJ. I hope you're good, man. We've got a lot of tunes submitted for this week, and most of them has been rolled over to the next show. And to be honest, if it carries on the way it has, I reckon we'll just do another show next Tuesday, just because there's just so many wicked tunes been sent. So back to every Tuesday again, I guess. Yes, yes. Wicked tune once again. Mate, again, absolute love for it once again. So Nailgun, Stanley, welcome in, my DJ. Hope you're good, man. So as much as this is an absolute wicked tune, the arrangement, the layout, the sounds are great, everything's great. These are just a few moves that I did on the EQ because I felt like this is what's needed to be adjusted in the mix. So starting with the low, it just needed to get its arse up, you know what I mean? It needed that weight, you know what I mean? So that, again, just need the bottom end to dominate. Looking on the spectrum analyzer, if it's set to a tilt of 4.5, and this is what I mean by tilt of 4.5, so if we just press play, when you look at it as a 4.5 tilt, the low end should average the high end in that view. Some analyzers look more like this, where it descends downwards, so you should have like a straight line like that rather, but because of the way the tilt is gone now, the bass has gone out the box. Although that view's cool, I've never been one to really get on with it, to be fair. I've always liked a 4.5 because in my mind, visually, I can hear and see, I can see what I'm hearing, you see what I'm saying? So by doing the low end boost on the EQ here, it's not much, it's like literally 2 dBs or so. It's just pushed the 40 hertz, it's just pushed that low end above, you know what I mean? So it's just pushed it above the highs. Now, I did a little pinch here on the snare because I just felt like, again, listening to it, your snares here, look, at like 1.1k, there. And ideally, you want your kick, your snare and your bass to all be the same level in drum and bass music, in air quotes. Because in drum and bass, pretty much the kick, the snare and the bass is the backbone of the tune. It needs to be the forefront and then everything else sort of fits around it, if that makes sense. And all I did was a little pinch just to bring it forwards. So in the mix, you would just need to turn that like sort of wood block, that sort of snare part of the snare up in the mix. So just turn that up like a dB or two. Turn the sub up because I I don't think I mentioned that. Turn the sub up a couple of dB. I'm putting an EQ across your whole entire tune, do you know what I mean? So it's just getting that balance right. But when we first started playing the tune, I used Kirkachoff EQ, and when I made this cut here, it just completely ate all the transients in the top end, and I didn't want it to do that. I just wanted to remove that ringing sort of sound in the bass synth or the melody synth or the theme, whatever you want to call it. And it's this one here. Hang on, that there, ding, that ding, 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 that one, which is sitting around here, 4K. Look. So again, I went to split EQ because on split EQ, as we've mentioned in the past episodes, you've got transient and tonal. So all I wanted to do was reduce the tonal aspect of it, because if I was to completely cut it away, it would take all the transients away. Now, this is quite big. This is a -8 dB cut. If I bypass, check it. And you've got like this, it sounds like from the Samurai break, there's like an open hi-hat, ding, 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 check it out. By doing this cut that I've done, I've kind of lost that a little bit. So that's playing a role with this synth as well. Them two are sitting together a little bit. So this is going to need to be EQ'd on that synth, that sound, whatever that melody sound is, that's going to need EQing. It's not a case of just turning it up or down. You will need to EQ around that area of around 3 to 4K. Just have a poke around, as you can see here. But other than that, mate, it'll really bring this together. Now, I believe these are all forthcoming for Locked Up Music, and I think Sections mentioned to me already that they're already taking for Inmates Volume 6. So for those of you that don't know, get to know, because it's a solid label, and their Inmate albums feature like all sorts of different drum and bass. It brings loads of different artists together, you know, it brings more people to the table. And I believe like Mr. Anchovy, myself, Hazardous Music, even I think London, you've had something on there as well. So yeah, real nice labels, check them out. DJ. So speaking of Mr. Anchovy, he's up next with his Bad Man tune. To be honest, mate, when you sent it to me earlier, I think it was last week or something, I was meaning to get back to you beforehand. There was just one thing I noticed in the tune, and it weren't until I set this project up today, I was like, oh shit, you know, I should have got back to Mr. Anchovy about this. But anyway, that's what we're here for. Let's go, my DJ, Mr. Anchovy. Let's go. Didn't want to play them, mate. Sorry, he just didn't want to play your tune.
Gotta play the pocket. Stay in the groove. Yo, everybody. Funk. I love it.
Man like Mr. Anchovy, oh my days. Just comes in like the wind, just blows everybody down. Bare love. Man's already asking where can they buy it, can I have it, can you send me it? You know what I mean? What more do you need? What more do you need, bro? Like, absolutely smashed it, man. You know what I mean? The one thing that I noticed when I was listening back to it the other week, and again I just noticed little bits here and there, was there is some sort of like audio breakup in parts, and I don't know if that's like you've got a bit happy with the clipper and you sent me a tune and I was like, oh, the drums feel a bit on the edge, just back off the clipper a little bit, and you did, and it made it feel a lot softer. That's it. That's basically it. I just feel just somewhere down the line you're bottlenecking something and it's creating an audio breakup. So when this does go to mastering, that would be exaggerated, and you don't really want that to happen. Do you know what I mean? You don't want it to sound like it's being pushed too hard so that it sounds distorted. Do you know what I mean? Because the tune's not pushed. I can see that it's nice and spiky, got a lot of nice transients going on. Yeah, so just talk to me. Have you got the K clip on there, or have you got like the Sir clip going on? I don't know if it's the drums or not. It's just something there. See there on the filter. See when the beat's filtering down here, notice it there. You've got like this digital clip going on. It's like crackling. So if I put a timestamp on that, it would be 58 seconds, as in the noticeable one. So have a listen, see what's going on. What layering have you done in terms of is the filter after the clipper? Is the clipper the last thing in the chain? Like what's being pushed through the drum chain, the drum bus? Like what sequence have you got them in, or what order? Because to me, yeah, you need so keep the clipper and stuff where it is. Yeah, you need to have like a limiter, not limiting, but to the point where when the filter passes, it needs to control them peaks. Because what's happening is you're clipping, right, and you're lining it off, which is lovely, it's under control, but you've put a filter afterwards, so obviously that's going to change the phase, and then the phase will reopen all the spikes, all the transients, all the peaks again. If you look at it on an an oscilloscope or something visually, you'll see it. Just have a hard limiter, not doing anything, but just set it so like the threshold is just on the edge of limiting. Then when that filter happens, when you start filtering, you'll see the limiter engaging and pushing it down. That's how you want it. That's all it is. So again, if it was the only version in the world that you had, it could still be worked with. Just bang that in RX. You could just remove them anyway, all those little pops and click and grits. But mate, take a look at it again, send it over my DJ, because it's fucking brilliant, mate. So, moving on, we've got the man like Papa G and Jamie G, Hop, Skip and Jump. Trust me, this is a big tune. Some heavy hitters inside. Check it out. And big ups for the follow, Leighton D&B. If you're not following and you want to keep up to date with what's happening, drop us a follow. Be much appreciated, people. On the road to 500.
Sit your ass down, 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 down. damn.
Oh my days. Papa G, Jamie G inside, hop, skip and a jump. That's what was happening, mate. I was hop, skipping and jumping around the room. So I was flying around the screen. Light Shapers, welcome in, bro. I hope you're good, mate. I hope all is blessed your end. Whatever happened with your remix? Did you hear anything? Did you win? Mum was doing some big remix, you know, some big boy remix. So keep me posted on that. Anyway, mate, some big tune. I know Papa G was proper gassed on this one, and when I first heard it, I was fucking like, yo, this is just off the chain, mate. There's literally just a couple of tonal aspects. We spoke about this earlier on the phone anyway, from like 3K, that sort of area in the drums, like it's that more cymbally style drums here. These, there you go. Just a little bit of that. Not that, here. Just a little bit of cymbalage. Need to just tame that a little bit. And then I put a boost in the low end. Now, we spoke about this because you did say that you're going to say it's thin. It needs more low end. And I said, well, I'm not too sure whether it's anything to do with the perception because of the high mids and the highs. You know, once we've reduced them, will the low end pop forward? So I put a boost in there anyway. And it felt like it warmed it up. Like it felt like it brought it forwards nicely. So other than that, mate, it's cool. I really like it. You've got like a nice shape to the wave. There's a couple of straggly lines popping off here, which is nothing really. We can clip them early in the chain, you know, to prevent any sort of like sudden impacts on any compressors or, you know, limiters or whatever. So big in the game, my DJ. So Light Shapers, what was you saying? You said you sent something or you're waiting, but yeah, maybe I read something else. Oh, there's another one in the inbox. Oh, okay, cool. Big, we'll check that out, mates. So where's Hazardous Music gone? He's disappeared. That's it, he's done. He's left. He's left the building. He's gone. So, party people, moving on. Papa G, thank you. Where did you go? My DJ. Okay, right, we're moving on to the man like Doms. We've got a track called Out of Control. Let's see if this one's out of control. Thanks for sharing that one for us, mate. You know what I mean? Dropping the kids off and that lot. Doms, let's do this, bro.
Resonator, it's working. You've got to turn it off. No, I want to see more. More than any man has ever seen. Something's coming. It's running itself. want to see more. More than any man has ever seen. Something's coming. It's running itself!
Jeez, mate. Mans are going fucking crazy in the chat. Dom's absolutely wicked, mate. Absolutely smashed it. Pure fucking smash your face. You know, one of them ones. Mate, you got a lot of love there. What else can we say? But I do agree with the comment of losing that string. I mean, it's nice. You know what I mean? It works. But when you came, I should have put a marker in. But when you came with like the choppy aiming bit, and he goes into all those like phase parts, you know, where it sounds really cool. I love that on the aiming where it phases and stuff like that. Lose the string there, so it's that string's gone. There's no more suspense. We're in that heavy hitting aim and mashup part. You know what I mean? Where you've just doing all the beat juggling and whatnot. I like it. But yeah, the string's there for the suspense, and I just think like there is parts where it just weren't needed. So like, for example, when you're in this bit here, I say lose the string. Because this is fucking savage. Pure Randy Savage inside. I remember as well the little trick that we did last week where instead of it just being a single, so we just do a quick duplicate of the track and then get one an octave lower. It's kind of a bit like Resident Evil now, do you know what I mean? With the lower notes, you could probably add a couple of extra notes, you know, to harmonise it a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Just to emphasize on parts of the tune. You know what I mean? Get that higher string in there, get the lower string in there. Like in the breakdown in the intro, you can have the lower octave string. You know, it would work. Obviously, you don't want it in the tune because it's going to start muddying up the lower parts. But so yeah, I noticed something really strange in the sort of spectrum. It's not something that we could potentially hear, but it's there, and I don't think it needs to be there. So it's a case of just get rid of it. I bypass this. Look at span at around 20k, 16k. Look, see how it descends downwards, and then all of a sudden it shoots back up at 20k. Look,
Resonator is working.
you can see it here as well on the millimeters. And I don't know what that could be. It's either some sort of foldback distortion, like as in intersample modulation, if you want to call it that, or it could just be some really crazy, strange frequencies that are just lurking around. So you will be able to do this with Circlip, you know, the Circlip clipper. That's got a really nice filter on the high end. Pro Q3 could do it. Pretty much any EQ can do it. That's got a really good, you know, filters, the cuts. I personally like using this TDR Ultrasonic, because this is what its purpose is to take control of that. So I've got it rounded off at 17.5k, and I've got like a gentle slope on it like that. But look, with this engaged, it's gone.
You've got to turn it off.
I mean, that's at 16k. That's like, you know, we're starting to enter like vinyl area. But if I take it off, there's just something really weird there. So yeah, have a look into that, mate. See what it is. I would just solo the sounds as you go through. It's got to be something obviously with high end frequencies. Well, it could be the bass. I don't know. This is what I'm saying. You got to check that out. Now, in terms of tonal balance, remember this is like a 6 dB. So 3 dB, it's going to look a bit more. I just removed some of that. I removed some of this, because I just felt it was a bit whistly. You know what I mean? I felt like it was a bit whistly on there. Sorry, I got the plug-in in the way. Have I ever tried scalar? I haven't. I've seen it. You know how it is, mate. How many EQs do you need? How many compressors do you need? But I have seen good reviews and a lot of people talking about it. It is something I want to check out, but it's quite a lot. Okay, this is it, mate. You know, because everybody's on Pro Q3, I'm like, well, I'm going Kirkachoff. You know what I mean? Sometimes I go that way. So yeah, just in the aiming again, just try and have a look at the top end and in the mids, the lower mids of the aiming, and that is part and parcel of like how it's been limited and finalised. Do you know what I mean? It's round here. If you was to sort of remove some of that 160 from the aiming, it would allow that moody bass to be more like do you know what I mean? So if we just bypass the EQ, you won't, it's not night and day, but you will notice a little bit of clarity and difference. See how he just takes the edge off the top end, that's all. But Dom's my DJ, come on, man. Big in the game. Right, moving on. We have Man Like London. Check this one, people. There he is. Head in hands. As always. Oh. Pure meat and bone on that snare. Pure box your face. Yeah, there's a little stray beat going off in the background. It feels a little loose. So I need to tighten that up like the nuts and bolts, mate. It's that loop there, inside. London inside the place. The snare was absolutely boxing my eyeballs, mate. It was potent, punch in my face. So as SRS pointed out, there was a couple of little loose scraggles going off there. I think depending on what door you're using or something, how you can tighten that up, I think it's down to the door. So I would have just sort of chopped it up, snapped it to the grid or something, you know what I mean? But yeah, as Cosmos says, it's got potential. The tune's there, bro. Sometimes we're just listening to it for what it is, what it could be, you know what I mean? The tune's sick, really nice. You've got like all the ingredients in there as always, mate. The intro, the bass, the drums. It's just a case now of a bit of EQ, a bit of leveling, you know, to just space it out a bit, create a bit of space and whatnot. I think it's the kick. Yeah, it's quite rumbly, like resonant. There's a lot of resonance on the kick at about 130. And it's because you've got like that Reese type bass and it moves around a lot. You know, that bass, it's moving around that spectrum quite a lot. So we need to create a bit of space in that area. So reduce the kick of about 140. Then this. So this is a combination of the Amon. Just a bit ringy, like 3K. 3K is always a harsh area. Do you know what I mean? It's always an awful area to sort of have a poke around. The problem is that it sounds good. You know, like when you start boosting it and start doing stuff, it actually sounds good. That's the problem. But when you get carried away, it actually makes things sound really harsh and fatiguing. And especially in Amons, especially when they're detuned as well. Have a stab around 3K, 4K area. You know, have a dip, take it off. you know, bypass it? Did it make did it make any difference? Was it better? And then a little bit of a pierce here, 7K. Other than that, mate, you've got everything there, as we say. It's a case now of just EQing and adjusting. Leighton's just saying he's popped it, mate. He's popped his clogs. But, bro, sick in the game. You know what I mean? The show would never be the same if we didn't have a tune from London and man like SRS. And speaking of SRS, he's up next.
What's up, y'all? This is Fat Man Trooping out Bass Duncan with Daps. Dap it up.
Like you's a dog and get your dome pushed back.
Mate, absolute dog shit. You're dog shit. Next. No. Mate, fucking hell, mate. Honestly, man. SRS in the place just slaps you in the face. So, bro, right? It's just really well balanced as well. The sub, the drums, the transitions are really nice. You had one break in there, I think. Where is it? Yeah, this is just a little bit fresh at 12k, but... So you see, like, the difference between that break and the Amen. Lovely, like, the balance there is brilliant. Look. And as soon as that breaks, it's, I'm saying it's just a bit fresh. So I love how you've used that vocal. It's kind of like a funk sort of style tune. I know it's jungle, but at the end of the day, you've got like that 808 and you've got the funk sample. It just worked really well. It's really, really cool. My only gripe with the tune, that is it's in mono again. That the whole entire tune's in mono. So I know you I know you love your mono, but bro, sometimes we need to get that depth. We need to get that front to back. Do you know what I mean? So with the sample now, this should be stereo, man. What's going on? You know what I mean? Just straight up mono. That's it, really. So basically, in a nutshell, right, to be real, that this is really well balanced. You've worked ever so well on this, pat on the back sort of style, but we need that width now. We need to get that depth in the tune, that front to back, so that it doesn't feel so 2D, if you know what I mean. If this had a bit of stereo imaging, or if you put back, you know, because you must have monoed some stuff. You've got to have monoed stuff in this, or maybe you just exported the tune in mono by mistake. Who knows? I don't know. But you're there, bro. Like, you're there. Your tunes are there. It's just that last bit now, that last bit of stereo, mono, left, right, bit of reverb, a bit of delay, just to help things move around. The only thing you monoed was the drums and bass. Yeah, something's happened, man, because this should really be mono. You know what I mean? It's like, I mean, let's say like it is a mono sound that you've picked out. I don't know. You can use images, or you can just use like reverbs, soft delays, like real tight delays. So it's just fluttering left and right. No. Yeah. So just out of interest then. So for example, was that sample a rip? Did you rip it from somewhere? Did you get it from somewhere? Was it just in a sample library? I'm just thinking like, you know, and this sounds crazy, I know, but when you export tunes, have a look at the settings. Like, so for example, when I go to export a tune in Reaper, I can, you know, you've got all your generic settings, so stereo, mono, whether it's 4 channels, 6 channels, 8 channels, you know, you've got like the sample rate, you've got all the options. Have a look just to see if for some, you know, crazy reason it's set to mono. I know it sounds strange, but just double check, man, because I could quite imagine this tune with the stereo elements going off in it. It would just sound so 3D or had more depth. Do you know what I mean? Oh mate, this is it. I need to know the source. But bro, otherwise, man, really good tune, really good tune. So that brings us to the last one, and apologies if you've stuck around the whole show expecting your tune to be played. As I say, it filled up quite quick with this show, to the point where I think we've already got 6 for the next one, and if we get to 10 before Tuesday, then I'll just do a show on Tuesday. Do you know what I mean? It's just that before, the reason why we're doing a lot of shows every Tuesday was because I was like throwing in loads of tunes that I was actually mastering and stuff like that, and just asking them, oh, can I use it? But now, you know, it is what it is. It's on 24-bit stereo. Yes, so Cosmos, I've got yours. Decipher, yours, you sent me yours in Discord, I believe, and I've only just remembered that you sent it when I seen your name pop up. We've got another one from SRS next week. We've got another one from Hazardous. We've got another one from Cynical Gene. I'm really looking forward to hearing Decipher's, actually, because it's a new track, part of the Farmyard EP coming from, you know, forthcoming from Decipher. So Leighton, yeah, mate, just send it to feedback@compoundaudio.net. Cosmos, come on, man, don't cry. It's all good, bro. It's all good. Right, so as we move to the last one of the show from Amiga Point section, what you want, let's do this.
What do you want? What do you want from
Bruh.
Amogus.
what do you want from me?
Yo, absolutely absolute filthy, mate. Loving that. I know you sent me this, I believe like last week or something like that, and obviously you resent it, an update, I believe, and yeah, absolutely wicked, man. Absolutely wicked tune. I'm trying to think of this other tune, and it's like, I think it could be on V Recordings or it could be on Full Circle. There's a tune that it reminds me of, like a Crust tune. There's a DJ Crust tune, and the beat is like from around 98 or something like that, and the bass sounds quite springy, but it's like that. It goes boom, 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 boom. It could even be a Ronnie Size tune. I don't know. Technical itch. No, it's not that sort of dark alley business. But guys, section Amiga Point, absolutely fucking wicked. It's hitting nice numbers. You know, it's hitting nice numbers. The visual of it's quite nice. The thing that I noticed, and it's just a personal opinion, the vocals felt a bit loud in places. Where did I notice it? Yeah, so here's a good example, because there's nothing happening. You remember we're talking about averaging the lows to the highs. When it comes to vocals, as in upfront vocals, they need to be with the kick snare, like same level as the kick snare, because this is as important. Whereas if you're using vocal samples, like a little, I don't know, ragga sample or just a little something, it doesn't need to be as at the front, because it's more ear candy. But if we just play the tune, so you've got a real nice balance between lows and highs, but then that vocal comes in, and look how it really takes over, look, on span. So really nice here, look. And then, we'll play it from here, because this is where it comes fully in, no lube. Look, it's like it's coming right up to the very top here. It's overtaking my line. We don't want it to overtake the line. That is the relative zero. So nice bit of ambience going off in the back there. Other than that, I think that's it. Like the tune's groovy, the tune's nice, man, solid. Just look at the vocal, because there is parts where it's not as loud, and then there's parts where it's too loud. So I'm guessing like somewhere towards the end of the chain, you're gonna need to compress it quite hard so that it keeps it together. But I think what we're gonna take away from this session today is it's more about tonal balance and stereo imaging, and there's something else as well. Yeah, just making sure like things are mono, because there's one or two tunes, I forgot to mention it, like I think it's in your tune, Doms, as well. You've got a lot of stereo imaging in the bass, so try and mono that out a little bit, like bring it back a little bit. So as I say, do what you lot are doing, because you lot are absolutely smashing it. Do you know what I mean? But look at visual aspects as well. See if you spot anything. Like get millimeters. Honestly, loving this. You have a whip, please send it over to feedback@Compound Audio, because this session is done. We've done our 10 tunes. Next session, well, it might even be next week. So jump in the Discogs, peeps. If you're not in Discogs, I'll just put the link now. jump in, have a chit chat, whatever, self-promote, do what you want. But yeah, some good tunes this week, party people, and I will keep you posted if we do go next Tuesday, because as I say, we're already up to about 6 tunes, and yeah, we can't let them piling up. But party people, oh my days, big ups as always. Some absolutely awesome tunes as always. I'm going to raid out, but as always, big ups everybody. Really appreciate everybody hanging around, and again, apologies for those that have lurked the whole way and didn't get your tune played. Apologies, but it will be played either next week or the week after. So large ups, have a good evening, have a good day, morning, wherever you are, wherever you come from. Peace.